everyone. It is great to be on live September 7th at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm so excited to be on here. This is a Wellness Wins Live. I am Coach Nyala, your key wellness mindset coach. I am here to remind you to keep envisioning you, KEY. That's key coaching consultant, because the key of change, the key of happiness and health is in youth. I specialize in helping you release weight, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. No, I'm not a psychologist. Um, but my goal is to help you create those healthy fitness and business habits so that you can lead the life that you desire to live. And that's a little bit about me, who I am. And I want to welcome you to the Wellness Wins Live. This is a series where we'll highlight everyday wins in wellness, every day, every month, every week, whatever cadence and rhythm comes up. But the goal here is to highlight wins within wellness. And I'm going to be sharing real stories and practical wellness wins or practical actionable steps that you can implement, and that will help you build small, meaningful habits that lead to a healthier, happier, and wealthier lifestyle, and ultimately the life that you desire to live. Why have I created this series? For years, I've worked with leaders, veterans, and entrepreneurs in different capacities as Army veteran, in the real estate space, and an entrepreneur myself. And I've helped people unlock areas of growth and see opportunities where there may be pain points, helping people to move past the point of being stuck so that they can get momentum going. And the goal is to help them succeed in business and real estate. And now, as an integrative health coach, I help leaders and multipreneurs. I'm evolving and helping leaders and multipreneurs become and stay intentional about prioritizing their health and wellness habits, again, so that they can thrive. So that's why I created this series. Again, we hear so many negative things about our health and wellness. We hear all the statistics about disease, whether it's diabetes, hypertension, cancer. There is this big talk about burnout. Hey, I've experienced it. It's real. I understand. And we talk about stress and financial struggles and all of those things. And all this information can feel overwhelming. And I believe that we can have a different perspective. We can implement different perspectives and have a different viewpoint to embrace life's challenges. And I believe it's important for us to focus on what is true, what is noble, what is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, and if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, that we should focus on those things, as the good book in Philippians 4, chapter 4 says. So that's one of the reasons why I've decided to do this Wellness Wins Live, and created this series. Another reason is because IG decided to change some of their requirements for me to go live with my monthly challenge. And so I've shifted, like any good entrepreneur does, to YouTube to highlight the small and meaningful habits that you can actually incorporate into your lives to make your life more energetic, so that you can have more energy and be willing to move forward to attain the lifestyle that you want to live. So today's conversation is about a subject I call holistic value proposition. And I have the honor of speaking or the privilege of speaking on this particular subject in a couple of weeks at the Military Influencer Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. And I my speaking day is on the 24th. The conference will be held from the 21st to the 24th. And I get the opportunity to close out the conference in one of the breakout keynote sessions. So hopefully if you're in Atlanta and you're able to get your ticket before they sell out, they sold out last year. So more than likely they'll sell it out again this year. So hopefully I get to see you there. But I wanted to touch a little bit on that particular subject today and include it in our Wellness Wins series by posing the question, what's guiding your next move? Is it fear? Is it your circumstance? Is it purposeful? Is your holistic value proposition? And we all know that your next move in life, whether it is a career shift, whether it's launching a new business, launching your first business, or a personal transition, you may be guided by your circumstance, your financial situation, your fear. And reality is that you can be guided by those things. And at the same time, it's important to highlight and focus on the vision that you have for that next version of yourself, that next chapter that you're moving toward. Also, understanding your ultimate mission. What is the bigger picture? What is the purpose? And keeping true to your core values. And when you think about your vision, mission, and values, and all of those things being aligned, you actually create that powerful foundation that carries you and propels you forward through life's transition. I won't say it's easy, but it is easier than if you do not align your values, your mission, and your vision. It allows you to get more clear about your next steps and allows you to turn the idea of the pain into purposeful movements when you're intentional and embrace those practical daily exercises. Okay, so what is holistic value proposition? Well, it's you personally and professionally integrated into your health and wellness. And it allows you to welcome wealth in a healthy manner. It's a combination of your leadership style, your actual mission, your vision, your values, all of those in one, and impacts how you lead others. It's not about a resume. We do know that value proposition is can be like a list of services or service offerings that your business provides or that you give personally in different relationship, but it is a holistic and combination of all of those things. It's basically your why. Some people call it the North Star. Your vision, again, is the purpose of your life. When you take time to think about the life you ultimately want, personally, professionally, and financially, it's the answers to those questions. Where am I going? Your vision, again, is the purpose that drives you forward. It answers the question, why am I doing this? What's the purpose behind this? Before you intentionally act or respond, it is that question that causes you to think about, what's the purpose behind this and why am I doing this? And then your values are the guardrails. They are those those, when you go bowling and they have those kitty guardrails. When you hone in on your core values and look at your whole action plan before you make your steps, it's the guardrails that says, this is what matters most. This is the area that I'm not going to compromise on. And it answers the question, how will I show up along the way? And this matters for your overall wellness. It reduces stress. It keeps you at peace when in the midst of chaos. When you are intentionally aligning your vision, your mission, and your values, you make healthier choices and strengthen your leadership at an accelerated rate. Because you decide your no's will be your no's and your yeses will be your yes. Is it easy? No. In fact, if you're out of alignment, you can make and will make choices out of fear, out of doubt, and that's when stress, burnout, and the imbalance creeps in. I know this from personal experience. So that's also when you see a shift in relationships. There can be a strain on those relationships, or the businesses begin to blemish or dwindle. There is something that is out of alignment, and that's the opportunity for you to look at your mission, vision, and your values. Sometimes it looks like you could be isolating yourself while you're preparing yourself for your next season. And other times it can appear like it's uncertainty settling in and robbing you of clarity. So I'm taking this opportunity to ask you, what's guiding your next big move? Is it failure? Is it fear? Is it your circumstances? Is it your financial situation? And while those are important, do not let them overtake you. You do that by embracing the holistic value proposition, your why, so that it can be your compass and you can make the next best moves for yourself. When you choose fear, when you choose to respond in fear, doubt, without reflecting, without enlisting those important relationships in your life, you tend to play small, you tend to make mistakes, you tend to have more mishaps. And quite honestly, I'm tired of going in circles. I'm tired of seeking external validation from others, people pleasing, chasing approval of others. These people may, if I were to pass, may come to my funeral or may not. Even if they do, they will go on with their day. They won't miss a beat. Yes, I am valuable. So there will be a blip in the world. At the same time, it's important that we prioritize our mission, our vision, and our values and avoid the cycle of going in circles. Avoid the cycle of going along to get along, as a good friend of mine once told me. How do we break this cycle? Well, we can start today by being honest. First, with yourself, and then with your team personally within your sphere of influence, your team professionally within your office, and your partner. That could be your life partner or your business partner. Whether you're watching live now or on the replay, I would encourage you to pause, notice, and reflect on 3 questions. When you get in the place of misalignment, what the first question is, what do I truly value right now in my life? For me, it is my faith, my peace, my freedom and accountability, and my family. Those are the things, that's what I truly value in my life right now. And depending on the season that you're currently in and the chapter of your life that you are planning to go, that might change. Those values may change. So it's important that you reflect on these, on your values on a weekly, if not weekly, monthly basis to make sure that they haven't changed, because they can depending on the season that you're in. The next question that I would ask is, what is the mission that keeps me motivated? What is the higher purpose? And this is something external to yourself, because internal motivation can be based on emotion and they can come and go. So it's asking the hard questions of, who am I doing this for? Who is going to benefit from this next action that I take or fail to take? And the third question that I will pose to you is, how can I clearly visualize the future that I really want? This takes some time and it is intentional practice. This is not something that comes naturally for most. And it is an intentional practice to sit down and reflect on what you clearly want for your future. So I encourage you guys to take the opportunity to think about those questions. What do I truly value right now in my life? What is the mission that keeps me motivated? And this is external, not something internal, so that you can have a sense of accountability and support when you don't feel like doing things. And how do I clearly visualize the future that I desire for my life? Take a moment to reflect on those questions, and I would love to see your comments. Because when you answer those questions honestly and recognize how your body responds to it, is it scary? Are you fearful? What is that source of fear? Is it because you believe it's not possible? Is it because you feel a certain way that you can't achieve it because it's not really your goal? That's reality as well. But recognize how you feel about asking these questions and the answers that are coming up for you, and be willing to journal and write them down for yourself. Because when you do and you start being real with who you are, you stop drifting, and you start leading that life that you desire, and you begin to attract the people in your life that will help propel you forward in that area. I hope that this was inspiring and encouraging enough for you to begin to shift your mindset toward the value that you bring to this world holistically, to think about your actual wellness, and to think about giving yourself the opportunity and the space to understand what wellness, health, and wealth looks like for you. After you take the moment to reflect, please take actionable steps and decide to commit to your mission, to your values, and to your vision. Two practical ways that you can apply your wellness wins in your life is to complete a daily alignment check. Maybe it's each morning or each night before you go to bed. You ask yourself the question, you look at your mission statement, your vision statement, and have your list of values, and say, does this plan, do these actions that I am planning to take, or the actions that I have taken, align with who I am holistically? And if not, what's one adjustment that I can make so that they do align? And another practical, actionable step that you can take is to celebrate your small wins, the small habits that you're incorporating every day. Again, pause, noticing, and focusing on what you haven't, instead of focusing on what you haven't highlighted or haven't implemented in terms of your wellness. Focus on what you are doing well. Whether it's drinking more water, whether it's taking out soda in your diet, whether it's stretching more, or did you make it to the gym or take your outside walk for today? Is it implementing that boundary and saying no to the extra commitment so that you can embrace the rest in your life? Whatever that win is, make sure that you celebrate it. And the celebration doesn't have to be something that you pay for. It can be a slight yay to yourself. It could be a dance in the park. It could be whatever that win is for you. Celebrate it. Because you're doing wellness wins throughout your day that you probably have not even taken an opportunity to notice. So remember that the small habits that you create also create that lasting transformation in your life. Sustainable transformations when you remain consistent. And in this series, we'll continue to talk about the wellness wins. And I want to hear from you, because you're winning more than you think you are. So, family, as I wrap up today's session, I hope you're encouraged. Encouraged to see your life through the lens of a holistic view, a holistic value proposition, not just about your career, not just about your job, but your family, your relationships. And remember, your next move doesn't have to be guided by fear or circumstances. Those things will come up. They can take a back seat. It can actually, you can choose to have your life anchored by your divine vision, mission, and values. And I want to thank you for tuning in to this Wellness Wins Live. Someone says, you're always coming up with something. My goal is to encourage you and highlight the wins in our wellness, to celebrate the things that we are doing well so we can do more of those things, and not to focus on the things that we don't have, the things that we think we're lacking, because we have enough of that in this world. So remember to hit the notification bell so you can catch future videos. Please share your thoughts in the comments. The way I'm set up right now, I'm not able to see if people are commenting as I am on live. If you're watching the replay, please put a comment in there. And if you're interested in joining me live to share your wellness wins, I would love the opportunity to hear from you. If you want to have one-on-one with me, and get your personalized, customized key wellness plan, type key plan in the comments. And as I mentioned when I started, I'll be speaking at the Military Influencer Conference in Atlanta on September 24th. The conference is from the 21st to the 24th, but my day to speak and my breakout will be on Wednesday, the 24th. And I'm so excited because we're going to be diving in deeper into how wellness, wealth, and leadership and all of that align. And I'll be sharing some of my practical stories and steps that you can take as you enter into your new mission, your next chapter. And I look forward to you all marking your calendars. As always, keep envisioning you, the healthy, the happy, and the whole you. KEY, keep envisioning you, because you are the key to sustaining and excelling in the next chapter. The key is actually in you. Have a great day.